So, you're trying to macro and swarm, all right? Well, you've come to the right place. I'm going to show you how to, well, there's multiple things you can macro for. You can macro for items like by killing mobs and stuff, or you can macro for like honey overnight by just AFKing in a field or like macroing in a field. And I'm going to be going through each of those throughout the video. Anyway, enjoy. First, I'm going to be teaching you how to install the macro, ignore all the trash going on in the background. So first, you're going to search up Natro Macro Swarm, and then you should see a GitHub link. Okay, you're going to you're gonna go down until you see this, like this little download Natro Macro zip from the latest release, and you're gonna press on the latest release link, and then you're gonna see the Natro Macro zip. You're gonna want to download the zip. Once you have this, you're gonna want to press open. Now what you're going to do with this file is you're just going to double click on it, and then you're going to see all of this, but the only thing you really need to worry about is start. So just double click start, and then just extract it. And now you go here, you press start, and then now you have your macro. Now what you do is you can just close out of this. Now I'm going to pull this up. Alright, so we have our macro, and it should, well, it'll work if you have it up. There's like multiple settings where you can like change how it looks and stuff. But alright, first I'm going to be teaching you like the gathering settings. So for me, I'm a blue hive. Like, you can't really see right now, but most of it's blue. But so I'm usually going to be like AFKing or macroing in Pine Tree every night. So I'm gonna have it like, I'm gonna have Pine Tree. No, that's Pepper. Pine Tree. Just press no, and then I have mine on Corner X Snake. It's really your preference of what you want, and then I just have mine on 10 minutes. My pack on 95, which is really the basic settings. Alright, now for collect. What I think is best, well, I'm early mid game though, so if you're like early game, I suggest doing dispensers, and don't do memory matches because they cost a lot of honey. Only do memory matches when you want to, but like definitely do clock tickets, and then don't do any of this. Yeah, don't do any of this. And now for kill, I suggest just doing, yeah, like select all, and then turning allow gather interrupt off. And now you can see this monster respawn time thing. Hold up, I'm gonna get out of the field. And if you go to your settings, there's well, no, not your settings. Well, what it's looking for is your stick bug amulet, and if you have a gifted vicious bee. So what you're gifted, well, like what you can do is, if you really want it to be easier and see it, there's like, if you go to here and there's a question mark, all right? So it says get division B minus 15%, sick bulb amulet minus 10%, icicles be equipped minus 1% to 5%. So if you don't have an icicles be equipped, don't worry about it. But if you have a stick bug amulet or a gifted vicious bee, you're worried about it. So I have a silver stick bug amulet, and it's minus 3 monster spawn time. So that's minus 3 so far. And since I do have a gifted vicious bee, that's 15. So 15 plus 18 is 18. Wait, no, 15 plus 2. What am I saying? But it's 18, and just enter that. And now it's probably gonna look like this. And now I wouldn't bother any of this if you're like an early game player. Sometimes I do stump snail just to get the glues. And now, well, really, I'm not gonna be doing much on boost, but what I like to do, because I don't like to spend like resources on boosting overnight. I like to actually boost and see like my outcome. I don't want to lose stuff overnight. So like field boost, I'll just do mountain, and I'll just do blue since I'm a blue hive, and then both of these can give me pine tree. So I'm gonna separate them by 30 minutes, since my gathering field rotation, or my gathering is 30 minutes in total. And then, yes, if so, you do not want to do gather and boosted field. Well, yeah, So I can't speak. But like, so I want to do pine tree, so we're gonna deselect everything else except pine tree. So now I only have pine tree. See, this is the option allows you to gather and boost in the macro field. Boosted field is not selected to the macro ignore and keep the other text. So, and now, if I can extract this, gather and boosted field, and then it'll only do these ones if you have gather and boosted field selected. Now, this is, so if you do plan on boosting with resources, well, what you could do is, so if I put my blue extracts in my second thing, what I would need to do is on my 2, I would need to like, or like, there's these, like, yeah. So like, gather start, it's like when it would use it. So you would use blue extracts at a gather start. Realistically, I feel like we would all do that. Like when you're boosting, you really don't want to use a blue extract in the middle of boosting unless you're like continuing going. And then there's quests, and if you're gonna do blackberry, you have to complete the entire blackberry line, which, yeah, you must first complete the main quest line before this option works properly. And then there's all of these, but I really don't like to use them because I need to get my resources. And then planters, I'm not really going to tell you about planters. There's other videos on this. So yeah, status. This is just so you can, like, when you press F1 and it starts, it'll show you everything it's doing. All right, and now this is important. You need to make sure you pay attention. So always, so once you get in, if you select a hive, okay? So it's from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you can see my cursor. So this is 1. And the farthest one is 6. So since I have mine in 1, what you're going to do, and it's like, say yours is in 1, 2, you're going to want to go all the way down to 1, and then however many bees you have. So I have 47. You're going to want to go to your nature macro, and you're going to want to type in however many bees you have for me, 47. And then I leave the 5 seconds. All of this is if you want to reconnect. I don't really do it because I don't find a point in it. Alright, and character. This part is very important. So, you want to, like, wait for your haste to go off. So, once your haste goes off, you're going to scroll down. So, like, just run away for your haste. Once your haste goes down, you're going to see move speed in here, okay? So, you can see mine is 45 right now, but I need to wait for this to go down. Because you want to do it without haste or without bear more for anything. So, mine is 33.35. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 33.35. If you don't change it, what can happen is it'll start like walking out of fields you're boosting or just gathering in, and then it'll cause so many other problems. And then like move method cannon, unless you don't have it. If you don't have it, just walk. Sprinkler type, whatever sprinkler you have. I have supreme. Convert balloon, gather, and then just this. Do not disable tool use. You don't have to announce guilding start. You can if you want. And then there's all of this, which I really won't be going over. But, yeah, there's, like, all of this. There's, like, auto jelly. This is a little bit buggy. Well, so, yeah, that's it on the nature macro. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment in the comments, and I will probably respond to it, or you can send me a message in my Discord. Anyway, have a good one.